Okay, guys, get ready because our number one president in the history of all of Earth, before and after the reptilians, has been telling us to be wary of fraudulent voting. Oh, they're out there. You know those foreigners are out there voting when they shouldn't be. All the migrants are out here voting when they're not even citizens. And the Democratic Party is just all in. You know they are. You know how I know? I have the proof. I just pulled up a whole bunch of it right here. I didn't really read it. I know what it is. I know what it is. We'll look at it together. Now, they're going to tell you that, no, they're just trying to steal the election and do another insurrection. That wasn't an insurrection. That was a tourist visit to the Capitol. It's our building. We own it. Okay? So get over that. We know that you're stealing elections. We know that you're voting fraudulently. That's how you say that, right? Yes. So, the greatest president in the history of Earth, all of Earth, every country on Earth, before and after the reptilians, and even after the end times when Jesus comes back, he will be president again. You know that. You know that. He tells us to watch out for the foreigners. He tells us to watch out for the double voting. You know they're voting in dead people. You know what? I don't even have to say nothing else. We're going to make America great again. Watch this video. They're voting in for dead people.
Well, a big focus on this election cycle is its security, something on display right now in our state. In northern Minnesota, after a woman has been charged with forging her dead mother's signature on 2 absentee ballots in Itasca County. According to a criminal complaint, Danielle Miller told police that her mom, who died in August, was a big Donald Trump supporter and she wanted to vote for him in the 2024 election, but she died before she got her ballot in the mail. The county auditor flagged the ballots that were still sealed because one of them had the signature of the woman who died. They go to Miller then, who then told police she filled out her mom's ballot and she signed her name on the envelope, in addition to signing her dead mother's name as a witness to the ballot. Miller now faces 3 felony charges.
Oh, that, Trump supporter. Listen, you can't believe that. What you see on TV? You can't believe that. Obviously, they're lying. Who believes the fake news anyway? Listen, I got more, regardless of that fake report, obviously. Now, you know how many illegal people have been registered to vote in Georgia? Do you know? Check it out. I got it right here.
This is Local 3 News at 6. Thank you for watching. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. We're 13 days away from the presidential election, and new today, a comprehensive audit of Georgia's voter rolls found only a few non-citizens were registered to vote this year.
Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger announced Wednesday it was found that 20 non-citizens were registered to vote on a list of over 8 million.
Oh, of course he's lying. That was a perfectly fine phone call. And he act like there wasn't a perfectly fine... what kind of name is Raffensperger anyway? Listen, I have more. What you don't know is that these supposedly government workers are out here dumping ballots. I saw it. I saw it on the TV. Well, on the YouTube. On 4chan, and I saw it, and I clipped it so you could see it. Don't believe that other stuff. Watch this.
A mailman in Orlando, Florida has been arrested in a case of more than 1,000 pieces of mail found dumped in the woods. Among the over 1,000 pieces of mail the postal worker is accused of discarding, there was an absentee ballot and what officials are calling 400 political items found in the stash. Otis McCoy was arrested Friday. The investigation into McCoy began when a coworker noticed he returned from his route much earlier than expected, despite leaving with a large quantity of deliveries. After reviewing GPS data from McCoy's postal vehicle, his manager discovered that he had deviated from his assigned route and stopped in a wooded area. A U.S. Postal Service inspector found the discarded mail and was able to obtain surveillance footage that allegedly shows McCoy actively throwing the mail to the trees and bushes. The local county election supervisor saying it is extremely concerning to see vote-by-mail ballots discarded on the ground. We are, however, grateful for the prompt action taken by the United States Postal Service. We are fully committed to ensuring that every impacted Orange County voter receives their vote-by-mail ballot in time so that every voice can be heard.
Right there, you see that? And I bet you that Orange County, Florida is a red county. That's why they dumped it. Look at the... Oh. I mean, there's 100,000 more Democrats there. But they were looking for the red votes, obviously. Listen, you don't get it. You don't get it. I got more. There's fraudulence out there, guys. Look at this.
Center. Investigators say this video shows Larry Savage fold a test ballot and put it in his pocket. They say Savage took at least 2 ballots with him.
The test is inaccurate because you have ballots that were never entered into the machine. But the worst problem is he gets on his Facebook Live and his a website they have. It's called Madison County Integrity or something like that, and then tells everyone that the election can't be trusted. Ballots aren't counted. We don't have ballots. The ballots weren't there because he took them himself.
The voting machine test happened on October 3rd. Cummings says ballots are randomly selected and marked with every possible candidate choice to ensure the machines will read them correctly. He says stealing test ballots interferes with that process.
This was an effort to create a narrative that fraud is occurring, that mistakes are occurring, and the results can't be trusted. It's such a disservice to our community.
This video shows Indiana State Police detectives serving a warrant at Savage's home that evening. In the video, Savage insists he could take the ballots if he wanted to.
No, they're sample ballots. So, I'll roll one up, put it in. This is going to be. No, they don't.
The surveillance video appears to contradict that. Savage is the man in the hat standing at the voting machine.
They're not fake ballots, these are live ballots.
Moments afterward, investigators say Savage posted this in a Facebook Live feed. 3 ballots short, LOL, and don't take anything. Last week, he posted on Facebook, a new era of accountability has begun in Madison County. By demanding fair, transparent elections, we will restore trust and protect civil rights.
He put the ballots in his pocket and then went online and said the ballots were missing. Now, even I gotta say that's the dumbest thing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. These are outliers, guys. Listen, the media is hiding the reality from us, obviously. Obviously. The greatest president in the history of God's green earth, from the beginning to the end, and the Alpha and the Omega, has told us there's fraudulence. We're obviously getting the false news. It's the fake news media. Obviously. They don't want to see the real Americans rise up. You know what? I know one thing they're doing. I saw it myself. I promise you, I saw it myself. They're out there at the polling stations intimidating people. They're canceling anybody with a red hat. They're violent. These are animals. Watch this.
The units arrived and found 8 young males, 7 of which were juveniles and 1 adult male, inside the parking lot of the polling location. The investigation revealed that the group arrived to protest and antagonize the opposing political side. The group then approached sign waivers along State Road A1A and escalated into a verbal disturbance. That then escalated to the point where the sole adult male of the group, Caleb James Williams, he's 18 years of age, of Neptune Beach, brandished a machete in an aggressive, threatening posture over his head. We have a picture of that will disperse to the media as well.
And where's this coming from anyway? That's not what I saw. Fine. I got footage. I got footage of the illegals voting with multiple IDs. They're handing them out like candy. Do you really think that the greatest human being, lifted up by God, engulfed in light as he hangs on the clouds, the best president in the history of all leadership before and after Earth, would lie to you? No. America, look at the footage.
I'm from Haiti. We came to America 6 months ago, and we already have American citizenship. We're voting Kamala Harris. Yesterday we voted in Gwinnett County, and today we're voting in Fulton County. We have all our documents, driver's license. We invite all 18s to come to America and bring families.
Now, you know those black son of... Excuse me, I almost cursed there. Sorry, Lord. Yeah, no, that's real. You saw all of the...
There are a lot of problems with this video that, again, are almost comical. Number one, you can't come to America and get your citizenship within 6 months, and then all of the IDs in this man's hand are awfully suspicious because of the photo on them. Upon closer inspection, internet sleuths figured out that this was a stock photo that anybody could buy online.
Man. Stock footage? I don't even know what that means. But they're illegal, though. I promise you that. These Haitians, they're not just eating the dogs and cats. They're floating on them all over the ocean. Oh, yeah. They pump them up. It's like giving them, what's that? CPR. This is undeniable. Undeniable. Don't you know that these rat-faced Democrats, these liberals, the same people of the party of the KKK, you know they're racist. They would be doing slavery if they could. I guarantee it. You know how I know? Look at this. They're actually using slaves to knock on doors. You don't believe me? Watch this.
What you are looking at in this photo are human beings in the back of a caged U-Haul being driven around Michigan. They were lured, you heard that right, in Michigan, in the United States of America, mostly black men and women who were lured looking for work to do a job. You know what the job was that they learned about when they got to Michigan? Working for a political action committee funded by Elon Musk to support Donald Trump's candidacy. And once they were lured out there by the subcontractor called Blitz, they learned their job was to knock on doors for Donald Trump. And when they were there, they were also told that if they did not knock on a certain amount of doors, they wouldn't even get lodging. They were being put in some motel, but that they'd be thrown on the streets if they didn't knock on enough doors. The story is truly horrific. Black door knockers from their driver. The driver also told the group of door knockers that he was in pain and had difficulty driving. Quote, "I just had surgery, bro," the U-Haul driver says in another recording obtained by Wired. "Like half of my foot is cut off. I'm scared," the door knocker who spoke to Wired replies on the recording. "And all the manager is concerned about is how many mother effing doors the B word got," the driver responds. The canvassers were dropped off roughly 40 minutes apart from each other, relying on the mobile app to log their interactions at the front door. As John Scott Railton puts it, working to help the richest man, Elon Musk, in the world get his preferred candidate into office, folks. What's going to happen is they're going to stop paying for your rooms, the manager told the door knockers who were lured to Michigan in an audio recording obtained by Wired. And then you're going to end up having to pay for it yourself. You can't do that with no money. The door knockers also allege they were told that they will have to pay for their own flight home if they didn't meet the objectives and be stranded in a different state. By the way, to me, this sounds like a human trafficking operation taking place.
Elon Musk? Elon Musk? Isn't he from South Africa? But he's an African American. That's good enough for me. We got one. They're bad. They're bad. Listen, here's one more you can't deny. This guy's just tearing up Trump ballots. It's all over the internet.
Donald Trump again. Donald Trump. Kamala Harris.
This incident allegedly took place in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And if it wasn't such a serious matter, it would almost be comical. I mean, in what world does somebody let themselves be filmed ripping up ballots for Donald Trump, committing a huge crime, and then narrating the whole thing with some commentary about F Donald Trump? It's ridiculous. But the FBI quickly put out a statement saying that this video was disinformation. They said the following: the intelligence community assesses that Russian actors manufactured and amplified a recent video that falsely depicted an individual ripping up ballots in Pennsylvania, judging from information available to the intelligence community and prior activities of other Russian influence actors, including videos and other disinformation activities. Local election officials have already debunked the video's content. This Russian activity is part of Moscow's broader effort to raise unfounded questions about the integrity of the U.S. election and stoke divisions among Americans.
Russian media propaganda. Yeah, of course they're going to say that. Of course they're going to say that. You can't believe anything you see on TV. You can't believe any of the fake news. You can't even believe YouTube anymore. You can't believe anything you see here. Okay?